Elon Musk just said something that should terrify us all. For years, we thought his obsession with Mars was just a billionaire's dream. But new data from SpaceX and NASA suggests we are running out of time. It's not about exploration anymore. It's about survival. Why Mars? To understand the future, we must look at the past. 4 billion years ago, Mars was a twin of Earth. It had vast oceans and a thick atmosphere. But according to NASA's MAVEN mission, something catastrophic happened. The solar wind literally stripped the planet of its protection, turning a garden into a frozen desert. But here is the scary part. Earth's magnetic shield is also weakening. Elon Musk knows this better than anyone. If our field continues to collapse, Earth could face the same fate as Mars. Musk isn't just building a rocket. He is building a lifeboat for human consciousness. But here's the terrifying truth. In our last video, we explored the Earth's magnetic shield, our only line of defense against the deadly solar wind. Without it, Earth would be a frozen, radioactive wasteland, just like Mars. You see, Mars lost its shield billions of years ago, and that's the problem Elon Musk isn't talking about. How do you build a city on a planet that is constantly being blasted by cosmic radiation? SpaceX plans to send 1,000 starships, but each passenger will face a choice: stay on a dying Earth or risk a slow death in a Martian bunker. New evidence suggests there's something hidden beneath the Martian dust, something that shouldn't be there. Is Mars a backup plan, or is it a graveyard? To be continued. Let's look at the science. To make Mars livable, we need to thicken its atmosphere. One of the most controversial theories, supported by some physicists, suggests a radical step: using thermal energy to melt the Martian ice caps. Some call it a nuclear sunrise. The goal is to release trapped carbon dioxide and trigger a greenhouse effect, just like on Earth. But is it even possible? Peer-reviewed studies suggest that Mars might not have enough gas left to sustain an atmosphere. This means our dream of a green Mars might be a scientific impossibility. We aren't just fighting distance. We are fighting the laws of physics. Forget the shiny glass domes you see in movies. On Mars, the surface is a death trap. To survive, we have to go down. Deep beneath the Martian dust lies a hidden world of lava tubes. These are massive underground cathedrals carved by ancient volcanic eruptions billions of years ago. Some of them are large enough to fit an entire city, like New York, inside. Inside these tunnels, the thick rock provides a natural shield against cosmic rays. No radiation, no dust storms, just a silent, dark sanctuary where humanity's future might truly begin. But there's a catch. We don't know what else might be waiting for us in the dark. We aren't just fighting distance. We are fighting the laws of physics. But what if the problem isn't Mars? What if the problem is us? Our bodies evolved for Earth, for 1 G of gravity and a thick protective atmosphere. On Mars, our bones will become brittle, our muscles will wither, and our DNA will be under constant attack from radiation. Scientists are now asking a radical question. Instead of changing Mars, should we change ourselves? We are talking about genetic engineering. Researchers like Christopher Mason have proposed using damage suppressor genes, borrowed from tiny, indestructible organisms called tardigrades, and splicing them into human cells. To survive the red planet, we might have to stop being entirely human. We would become a new species, Homo Martis.
Even with modified DNA, we can't live on the surface forever. The true cities of Mars won't be under glass domes. They will be inside lava tubes. These are massive underground tunnels formed by ancient volcanoes billions of years ago. Some of these caves are so large that the entire Empire State Building could fit inside, with room to spare. Deep underground, the rock provides a natural shield from the sun and falling meteorites. Imagine a world where the sky is a ceiling of cold basalt and the air is recycled by giant machines. Is this the destiny of our species? To leave the surface of our home planet and become cave dwellers once again? But let's talk about the machine itself. The Starship. This isn't just a rocket. It's a skyscraper made of stainless steel, standing 400 feet tall, fueled by liquid methane and oxygen. Imagine the moment of ignition. 33 Raptor engines scream to life with a force of 17 million pounds of thrust. That's twice the power of the Saturn V that took us to the moon. The ground shakes for miles, and the air itself seems to shatter. But here was the catch Elon doesn't always lead with. Starship has a history of exploding. We've seen them flip, crash, and vanish in spectacular fireballs. Why? Because SpaceX is doing something no one else dares to do. They are learning through failure. Each explosion is a lesson. But when the first 100 humans are sitting on top of that mountain of fuel, there will be no room for lessons. Only survival. Living in caves sounds like a nightmare, but for the first pioneers, it will be a luxury. Because before we can even think about building a life under the Martian dust, we have to survive the landing. And this is where Elon Musk's true gamble begins. He isn't just building a ship, he's building a bridge across the stars. A bridge made of fire, steel, and a machine that defies everything we know about space travel. But there is one final question that haunts every astronomer. If the universe is so vast, why is it so silent? Scientists call it the Great Filter. It's the idea that life, as it evolves, eventually hits a wall it cannot climb. Maybe the environment changes too fast, or maybe a civilization simply runs out of time before it can reach the stars. Mars isn't just a destination. It's a race against the clock, a test to see if we can become a multi-planetary species before a random asteroid or a dying sun decides our fate for us. We are the first generation in 4 billion years with the technology to expand beyond our home. To stay and risk the unknown, or to leave and ensure the light of consciousness never goes out. We've looked at the shield that protects us, the rockets that carry us, and the red dust that waits for us. But the story of our survival is only beginning. There is a reason Elon Musk is so desperate to reach Mars now. Something he saw in the data that hasn't been made public yet. In our next episode, we will reveal the secret mission that NASA has been hiding behind the curtain of the Mars program. You don't want to be left behind when the truth comes out. Join our mission. hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to secure your seat on the journey. Because the clock is ticking, and the red planet is calling. To be continued.